Hey, I want to talk to you about processing disappointment as an entrepreneur. Sometimes the shit just doesn't work. Like sometimes the stuff just doesn't go the way you freaking planned them.
You made it. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my channel. I'm Alicia, an entrepreneur and a woman of God. I created this channel because I have a deep passion for entrepreneurship and business. But even more so, I love talking about God and how He has intertwined my journey as an entrepreneur with discovering Him, discovering myself, and healing from all the conditioning and challenges the world has thrown my way. This channel is a space where we can discuss God, success, failure, trials, disappointments, and the incredible journey of evolution along the way. So grab some tea, brew a cup of coffee, turn me on in the background while you're working, and let's get it. And if you don't mind, I would love to walk alongside you on this journey of being an obedient woman of God who has been called to entrepreneurship. Again, welcome to my channel.
And we have to be okay as entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs, learning to process disappointment, regret, sadness quickly. And I think a lot of times what ends up happening is we believe that when we feel them, we're supposed to suppress them or, overpower them. Is like, no, I don't feel this. We're just going to keep going. But the one thing that I've learned that God has done is that He has pulled me back and has said, you have not processed this. So while you thought you had moved past it and powered through it, you actually suppressed it. And it's causing some issues in the situation. It's causing you to dread going into situations that look very similar. And so there was a particular situation where a client told me, or a potential client told me, that they were going to bring me back on and had me draft a whole proposal, the whole nine thing, only to tell me 2 days later, hey, actually, sorry, I no longer have the budget, can't do it. And then they had already asked me for a reduced rate. And I had already agreed to the reduced rate. I had already drafted the proposal based on the reduced rate, and only to get ready to draft the contract and draft the document, the invoice, for them to say that, oh, sorry, I looked at the budget again and I really don't have it. Now, that's not to say anything against her or her business or anything like that, but it was a reflection of me because I felt instant regret, I felt instant disappointment, and I felt sadness. And so in the past, old Alicia would have tried to power through, or opposite end of the spectrum, would have gone into the pit and curled up into a ball, just been. But this time around, what I decided to do was set a timer, and I gave myself 10 minutes to just allow every last one of those emotions, the sadness, the disappointment, the regret, to just kind of take hold so that I can flush it through. And that was the best thing that I could have done, because once I had allowed those feelings to come through and then down, there was another emotion that came, and that was anger. Sometimes we don't process the sadness and the disappointment, and it's buried underneath. It's buried, and what's buried underneath is anger. And so you're operating anger, repressed anger, you're operating repressed disappointment, and now you got a chip on your shoulder. So the next client that comes in, that even the slightest indication that they have the same kind of sign, you're mad, you're agitated, you got an attitude, you got a chip on your shoulder, you put your nose in the air. But because I was able to catch that anger, because I was like, oh snap, there's anger too. I'm angry. So let's go ahead and feel this anger. and I let it to peak. I let it peak, and then I let it come back. Once all of that was that probably took maybe about 15 minutes. I was able to then take myself to another thing and remind myself of the goodness of God. And I got a chance to remind myself that doors that He closes is for my good. Because the doors that He closed, imagine the doors that He's getting ready to open. If I thought this door was great, imagine what those doors He's about to open are going to be even better. So I got a chance to actually now walk myself through His goodness, His word, go through gratitude, go through humility, go through surrendering, letting stuff go, walking, laying it down at His feet and walking away. And so my encouragement for you today is it is okay to feel how you feel. Give yourself permission and some time, short amount of time, to feel every single emotion. Let it peak, but let it come back. And then walk yourself through His goodness, His word, and all the moments that He served you, helped you, protected you, blessings. You have to remind yourself of all the things that He's done that lifted you up, that motivated you, that protected you, that opportunity, the blessings. You have to remind yourself all the times that He got you through the rough time and then say, there's more coming. There's more goodness. There's more grace. You have to remind yourself of the word that He is the lamp that lights my feet. He puts a hedge of protection around me. I am the head and not the tail. I will lend to many nations. I am the lender and not the borrower, right? I am the tree that's planted by the rivers of water, right? Goodness and mercy follows me all the days of my life. He anointed my head with oil, right? So you remind yourself of the word and His goodness. I don't know about you, but then something lights up in me and I'm just like, "Roar," and I'm ready to go. So I hope that you found encouragement in that. And I will see you in the next one.